and then... Ooh, and welcome. Hello. So... Oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, okay, the game reacts on my trigger button.
A man named Stanley.
But I need the trigger button in VR sometimes for something else. It's not too much money. So, welcome Quan, welcome Bongo. So, I have played the original 1 or 2 years ago, but I have not much memory of it.
Moin.
So, I'm not sure. Bongo seems to be an expert in Stanley Parable. We have 3 hours. I hope I can do 1 or 2 runs. And the first one will be, I have no memory what was all about. So, okay. So we just play one through, and then we will see how much time we have.
You are not first, but
hey,
second.
Rudy.
Thanks.
Rudy.
Here are 25 raccoons for your pack. Rack attack.
Stanley decided to go to
Rudi
the meeting
sagt,
room.
ab
Perhaps
BNG
it's
OV sagt, I did like 70% of the game, really.
Oh. Yeah, I have watched the playtime of the old game. The VR mod only works with the new game. And in the old game I had like, I don't know, 2 hours or something. So I think we need 2 hours here as well.
Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement?
Yeah.
Click a door 5
BNG
times. Is
OV
that all
sagt,
that you
I
think
got a
an
German
achievement is
accent.
worth?
You can type exclamation mark English
I
once in the
can't
chat.
just give these
And the
knights
TTS will
away for
switch.
such little effort. A measly 5 clicks.
Wait.
Now suppose you were to click the door
10,
20.
11, 12, 13,
I would
14,
say
15.
that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
There's no achievement, right? The game is tricking me.
Rudi sagt, go in room 420 and you will be there more than 2 hours kappa.
Effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do.
I don't want to be 2 hours in one room.
50 clicks.
50? There's no achievement, right?
Govi says, thanks.
Hey, that sounds better. Is there an achievement? Is there? No.
No, I'm still not feeling it.
No?
I want this achievement to have meant something.
Yeah.
It has to be a true reward for valiant effort. I want to see some hustle, Stanley. I want to
Govi
see
says,
commitment,
and yes there
a
is.
willingness to
Be
go
ready
all
for
the
sore
way,
fingers.
no matter what
Oh,
the
no.
cost. Why don't you go put 20 clicks into door number 417?
I don't see 417 here. Wow, is it 100 clicks? Can I click with both? No, this is stuck. This is crouching. Okay. Come on, give me. Give me. If you say it is 1,000, then I will move on. 100 we can do. Bam, 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 bam. At least stabilizer works, so I can shake my head a bit. Bam, 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 bam.
Govi says, kinda cheated with a clicker, but you'll get the honor of doing it legit Kappa clause.
Is it more than 100? Yes or no? I don't know how far I am.
Govi says, you'll see.
Quan sagt,
No.
maybe you should have counted.
Maybe. Oh, okay. After that, I will not try to get any achievement. Can I break things? Oh no. Probably there is no achievement and Bongo is sitting there. Ah, look at that fool. Oh, wrong trigger. I feel so small a bit. It should be correct size, huh?
Govi says, hey, it's fools like us that go where no one dares to.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be 100. That is more than 100 then. Okay. So, we can turn that off. Number 1 dead. Oh! I can't do anything here. Dead. Can I sit on it and scan my... No? Okay. Maybe it needs 1,000. Or maybe none. Oh, look, painting. Ooh. Oops. 417?
Some
Novi
says,
says,
hey,
you could try finger
about
banging
to
it?
run out of
Like
power,
use your other
but
hand to
happy
press
puzzling.
it really fast.
Oh, Twitch is being twitchy again. I don't see Twitch chat. I hear Sun. I can't read Sun. And I can't read what Bongo said. What,
Quon sagt,
20?
Musi rät.
Hey, Moogie!
Quon sagt, Mugi.
Zobat says, Mugiwara ended streaming Synth Riders and is rating with 4 viewers. Give much love and a follow on twitch.tv/Mugiwara less than 3. Also here are 50 raccoons for your pack. Rack attack.
Yeah. Twitch chat is
Mugiwara
not
says,
working anymore.
hello,
Hey,
D.
Moogie, thanks for the raid. Can I? Oh, now it's working. Now I see something. Ah, but only the shout out. Now I see even more. Ah. But now there's so much in chat I can't read. Can I scroll here? Oh, I can. You can try finger banging it, like you use the other hand to press it really fast. So. And Sun? What did Sun say? What one out of power? Out of power? Thanks, Sun. So. Okay. 420 doesn't open booty. 417, he said. 417. Yeah.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Shall we trust him? I'm not sure. I'm not so sure if we trust the voice or...
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's give it 10 clicks or so.
10? 10? What? For 15? Okay. Okay, we trust him this time. Okay. Was it for 15?
Now, back to door number 437.
Okay. La la la. 4-3.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the call right? Back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting somewhere.
I don't think so. We're not getting somewhere, huh?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk.
We can't climb. Ah, maybe here.
Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416. We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay. I get nothing out of it, right?
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door 430!
Quon sagt, I hate this game already. D.
Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you
I got the
really did,
achievement.
Stanley. Nothing
Okay.
could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud
Okay,
of
now we
how
go on.
far we've come today.
Why do you
Novi
hate
says,
it?
Only a
Let's
few
go.
minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
Okay. I'm still not sure we trust the voice throughout the whole game.
Quon
So.
sagt, du darfst einmal raten, wieso.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors,
No,
he
I don't
entered the
know.
door on his left.
So. Oh yeah, okay, we should decide. Trust? Left?
Quon sagt,
do not trust?
Pepoli Ave.
Right. He gave us the achievement. What? I'm not sure. Nope.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Kai Kalmeckley sagt, what happened to your right finger?
Does it look weird? A bit. Hey, Clay.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all.
It's
just
a
to
blue
spend
room.
a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Govi says,
I couldn't
if it's
drink.
first time, I recommend to follow the narrator. The other
Yes,
possibilities are funny,
really,
but up
really
to you.
worth it being here
Okay,
in the
okay,
room.
okay.
A
Next time we
room
trust
so
him.
utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Whether it was an achievement is the question.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Govi says,
possible
also
that this
TTS
is
I'm
why
Bongo,
everyone
not
left.
Govi.
I have no. It leaves out the number, so BNGO
Stanley
V.
sat around waiting for more
I don't know
dialogue.
why it does
But
go
when a
V
long
then out
time
of
had
it.
passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
The game, me a message now.
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took
Copy
the
machine.
first open door on his left to get back to business.
Okay, we trust him. First open door to the left. Yeah.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
But there's a red button. Okay, if we have time, we do the opposite. What did he say? There? I think so. I think so. Yeah.
Yet
Straight
there was
through.
not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Oh, we can slide? No, we can't. Up to his boss's. Oh, ooh. Not for me. not
Stanley
for me.
stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Okay. We trust you.
Coming to
Up
a
to the
staircase,
office.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Yeah. Ooh. Executive bathroom. Let's have a look.
Govi says, oh the broom closet, such memories of it less than 3. Govi says, XD.
Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the bosses suffered losses, then what's what the boss chose. Okay. Can we... Come... Oh no. Whoops. Oh no, this is bowing down. We can't flush. Extreme bathrooms. Closed.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled,
That's high.
Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
Sex
it
magazine?
an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
No, possibly not. 2845. Oh. What about here?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Amazing.
He
Yes.
stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Okay. No sex magazines?
Govi says, oh yeah, you wanna know ABT a secret? On the screen's room. Govi says, if you trust me.
Yeah? Or go on. I could drink something. On the screens room later.
Govi says, get there first,
Okay.
you'll see.
Okay, okay. I mean, why shouldn't I trust you, hmm? You're just coming in my stream and... oh, okay. Let's see. So, okay, we go on.
Govi says, smile.
Buttons. Okay, there's nothing. Ooh, loading.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go
Wrong way?
unanswered for
Here.
long.
Can I go up again?
Whoops.
Whoops.
Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up.
I tricked the game.
Titi tordi,
Stanley
naban,
do that
cœur.
It
when
seems
he
I
knew
go
it
up.
would just lead back to his
ATT?
boss's office. Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Oh, but... Oh, it takes me with it. Okay.
Titi tordi, oh shit, Stanley VR.
Zobot says,
did a bit.
Brody spanks TD.
I did a bad thing, huh? Can we go down again?
Zobot says, Titter spanks Rudy.
Uh-oh. I broke it.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision
Zobot
you've
says,
made to come
Quan
up here
spanks
and look at
Rudy.
the office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have.
Zobot
Incisive,
says,
rapid
Quan
fire
spanks
of
Dee Dee.
critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative.
So- Right for
Zobot says,
five, huh?
Jeshabu, you are not first
Hey,
but
Jeshabu.
third.
Edge of my
Thanks.
seat.
Here are 10 raccoons for your pack. Rack attack. Jeshabu says, woo. Zobot says, all first raccoons found a new home. Good luck next time.
So I try
Rack
again.
attack.
Can I go down again? Yes. Okay. Good.
Incredible.
This time I do
Muggy
everything the
Water
voice
says,
says.
"Oh no, missed it,
Going
XD."
down again. Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
I promise. I trust the voice now.
Surely this time
Maybe
Stanley
not.
will walk forward into the spooky corridor, won't he?
Yep.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
And there's escape. But I said I trust him now, right? Right? So we go here.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television
Titi tordi,
screens.
if you
What
escape,
horrible secret
you
did
play
this
Odika.
place hold?
I
Stanley
play
thought to
Odiga in
himself.
2 to 3
Did
hours.
he have the strength to find out?
With a new commission, TT. I commissioned something. So.
Titi
Okay.
tordi, ooh.
Ooh.
Jeshabu says, even if he gets trapped.
I try one run through and then I decide if we try another with different
Govi
ways.
says, the secret is, after you press a button and an elevator descends, wait for the doors to open again and press the first button a second time.
Titi Tordi. Premier commissioned something last year to Draco, still waiting Capaclo.
Now the monitors jump to life, their true nature revealed.
So a bit of what I
Each
did
bore the
last
number
with the
of
last
an employee in
situation.
the building,
So
Stanley's co-workers,
Well-
the lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Now or probably I go over there, huh? There's another elevator coming then?
Govi says, one more.
One more, yeah, okay. Ah, here's the elevator sign, okay.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Govi says, now wait for the door behind you to open.
Oh, and then the button with the...
Govi says, it takes a bit.
And the button with the cameras? With the camera on it? Can I jump down? Oh, it's open. Can I run? No, I
Govi
can't.
says, nope. The button with the lamp on it.
Oh, the very first here? Ah. Okay. Don't judge the secrets. You never go with threat. Secret, secret, secret. Okay.
Titi Tordi.
Here's your audio, Titi. That's
Govi
funny.
says, get Easter egg.
Titi Tordi. Titi Tordi. Piu piu.
Govi says, XD. Zobot says, cat jam, cat jam, cat jam.
Once you go secret, where's the next? No, you never go back? William hides the best secrets. Yeah, there's no turning back.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had
Govi
he
says,
truly
they had the
spent his
same one on the
entire
original.
life
It's more
utterly
refined here.
blind to the world?
Okay, okay.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his
Plan.
past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls
One.
once and for all.
Two? Door? Oh, it's closed. Facility power. Maybe I should go in there first. Oh, what's over here? There's a 3. And then we have a 4 here somewhere? This is 1, 2. And we have a 3 here. No, there's a 5. I'm missing a 4. Not that I think something happens then, but... Mind controls idle awaiting input now. I want to know where the 4 is. Ah. That's down there. Ah, doesn't look good. No, there's absolutely no button with a 4 on it. But there's a door up there. Maybe? No. Okay. Then I just push the 5. Is that a 4? It's closed, huh? It's pretty dark. Up map? Okay. I guess we need power. System power.
On
On
at
and
last
off.
he found the source of the room's power. He knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood
Look at those
for.
big buttons. On.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Titi tordi,
After they
so
kept you
big.
enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is
Was
that
that
what
wrong?
you want? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand,
One
there's
sagt,
only
I
so
would
much
call it
that
average.
machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the
Let
controls
it go.
off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll
Jeshabu
find
says.
this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system.
What?
In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then?
No one knows?
Let's say...
Is this open now?
2
No.
minutes.
What?
Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your
It's open
time
now.
to shine.
Come on, then
you
one.
are the star. It's your story
Two.
now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much
And then we
better
dance to
than
the
what
music.
I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes
3.
off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going. What
3.
all this means, I barely know where to
1.5
start.
minutes.
What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
No.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a
What?
good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let
5.
the office sink into the ground, swallowing
Nothing happened,
everyone
yay.
inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though. This version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control
did this-
wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
1,
will be
2.
even better.
Do I need to be quick?
Titi
1, 2.
tordi,
Only
shitix de.
34 seconds left. But
One,
I'm
two.
enjoying this so much. You know
3.
what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some
One
extra
sagt,
time on the
Bombe.
clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on
Titi
trees.
tordi, run damit.
Oh dear
Ah.
me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what
How
you're
should I
supposed
trust
to be
that
doing right
voice?
now?
He's
Or did
enjoying
you
that
just
I'm going to
assume when
die.
you saw that
Tordi,
timer
lul.
that something in
30.
this room was capable of turning it on?
30.
I mean, look at you. Running from button to button,
Weren't we
screen
already?
to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button.
It's not open
Or this
this
door.
time.
Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
Ouch.
But here's a
Whoopsie.
spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world.
I guess I can do
I'm going to
nothing.
destroy it first, so you can't.
Wait, huh?
Take a look at the clock, Stanley.
Yeah.
That's 30 seconds you have left to strike.
Yeah.
30 seconds until
I
a
tried
big
once
boom
more,
and
but
no ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to
Oh.
your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully?
no, it's still
Another
closed.
choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Ah! Am I dead? Damn, I'm really dead.
Rudi sagt, F maybe.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Jeshabu
room.
says, R.I.P. Stanley.
No.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Ah. Anyone
Yet
a
there was
different
not a
idea?
single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his bosses. Oh no, oh no, 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 no.
Yes,
not
yes,
again.
yes.
I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be coming to a staircase. Stanley walked upstairs to
Let's
his
try it
boss's
once
office.
more. Then we go a different way. So if anyone has ideas, we are
Stepping
back
into
there
his
in a bit.
manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody.
That one, right?
Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story
Yeah.
as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy. So
Huh?
he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
Okay.
Jeshabu says, ha ha ha.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Oh, once more. But I have no idea. How did we open that door? Maybe we didn't open it. Maybe it was open? Or maybe it's just open for one time.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
And if I
Mind
die
Control
again?
Facility.
I go this way. So,
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
is the game prepared for a second Easter egg? No. So,
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed.
104 is
Each bore
fired.
the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Ah.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it
But
monitored
this
and
thing
commanded from this
is
very
connected.
place. And as the cold
somehow
reality
here.
of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again
What if I
exert
push
its
the off
terrible
button?
power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Jump, 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 jump. Then he says it's already off. What did I do?
Blackness
Darkness.
and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I have no idea. Tell me. No.
Yes.
What?
He had won.
What?
He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
I
Where
won?
had his
Okay,
co-workers
Article.
gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building
Titi
hold?
Tordi,
But
Lul.
as sunlight streamed into the chamber,
So
he
I
realized none of
kind
this
of found
mattered to
the
him.
speedrun
For it
exit,
was
huh?
not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps
Alright, let me
the
out.
only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Now let me...
Stanley felt the cool
Okay.
breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation.
Cool breeze. Shall I turn on the wind
immense
machine?
possibility of
Wait,
the new
I
path
can do this.
before him. This
cool
was
breeze.
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Wow. I beat the game. Okay. No. So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
on
Stanley
button.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
That
to
is
his
unfair.
boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
Can we
office.
take a look? Hmm. Yeah, but I want to know about that one thing here.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's
Blah,
a new
blah, blah.
passageway. Quelle surprise.
Okay. That's nice. That's nice. So.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I bet this doesn't end the game. Okay. We try once more this way.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally
error,
monitored
beep.
in this place.
Error.
Meant nothing.
Oh.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
So.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never!
No.
It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
So.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating,
Also
working.
here are
all of
4
it
lights.
monitored and commanded
And we
from
have
this
5
very
buttons.
place.
Maybe
And
the
as
door
cold
opened
reality
at
of his past
button
began to
4.
sink in, Stanley
And as soon
decided
as I
that
hit
this
the
machinery
5,
would
there was
never
a
again
counter
exert
closing
its
it.
terrible power over
No,
another
no,
human.
last time I checked after 4.
He would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. So if anyone has a different idea, shoot it. Until then, I just run and press 1, 2, 3, 4,
You
5.
didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control? Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go.
This is still locked,
Turn
so
the
I have to
controls
wait a bit.
off and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say
2 minutes.
2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it,
So,
Stanley?
what happens if I
It's
press
your
the
time
1
to
here?
shine. You are
Nothing?
the star. It's
1,
your story now. Shape
2.
into your heart's desires.
The door's
This
open.
is much
No!
better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to
Wait,
enjoy it.
what?
Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is.
Was it open the whole
More
time?
to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely
What?
know where to start. What's that?
Titi Tordi,
You'd like
not
to know
like
where your
sick.
co-workers are?
I don't know if it
moment
was
of
open the whole
solace before you're
time after the...
obliterated.
Maybe.
All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set
What
you
if I
free.
turn it off
Of course,
now?
that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly
Okay,
and then
doesn't
dying
work.
alone.
No!
Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp.
There must be a way.
This, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around
Wait, there's a
will be
1.
even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much.
There's still a
You know
1.
what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow.
There's still a one.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me.
Yeah.
Why do you think that, Stanley?
I
That
don't
this
know.
video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
No.
But you really believe there's an answer? How many times will you replay this bit, looking desperately for a solution? 10? 100? 1,000? I look forward to finding out and to watching the bomb go off each time you fail. Just you and me and the retching explosion.
Enable
of fire and
backup
metal
power to
over and over
activate.
and over for all of eternity.
Backup
and
power.
Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. And Stanley died again. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Okay. I'm not sure we can. Maybe I just take the other route.
Co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he
we
entered
take
the
left.
door on his left.
Mike says, dang.
Hey, Mike.
Yet there was not a single person here
work.
either.
Sorry.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's. Coming to a
Oh, we still have
staircase,
the down
Stanley
way.
walked upstairs to his boss's office.
We take the escape. Was this there last time? I don't know. 2845. Ah, no. Blah, blah, blah. Open up. Come on. Blah, blah.
Mike
oh,
says,
it's open.
this weekend
the
I continued
door,
my
just
German
go.
lessons.
Oh, cool. So, down. Or up, down. There's no one has an idea. We go left now. Down. Let's escape.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
No, we're
Mind
not.
Control Facility.
We're going here.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was
It's
that
not.
at the end of this hall,
You die.
Stanley would meet his violent death.
Oh. Okay.
The door behind him was not shut.
Was not.
Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
No. I'm not afraid to die.
At this
Violently.
point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward
Yeah.
and willingly confront his death.
Ouch.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is.
Can I get up
Perhaps
of
his
here
death
now?
was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What's that button? Ah!
Farewell, Stanley. cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Ah. Alright.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, fuck him. Stuff! We didn't die. Here's a credit room.
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Ah. Stanley's computer. Office layout. Does that help? It doesn't help. The two doors. The set. Oh, those are the left and the right door, and then it stops. Okay. Oh, solitaire. What? Buttons. Button sounds. A selection of the sounds used throughout the game when buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. I have hoped they would spill the beans here. Ah, left and right. Maintenance room. Oh god. From Quakester, subject question, will the game feature capybaras? Maybe raccoons. It would be spoiler if I read this, right? Maintenance launch, doorway to maintenance and launch at the original back on track option. Then two options. I don't look at this now. Ah, levers. Countdown desk. Hey.
It's easy on you.
There was someone talking.
Number 8.
Narration outtakes, okay. Okay, let's take the exit and see if this exits the game. Was it this way? Yep, yep, yep. Damn thing. Yeah? Wasn't there a big exit thing? Oh, okay. On and off. Uh-oh.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
Oh no!
You can still save those two. You can stop the program before they both fail.
Jeshabu
thought we
says,
escaped.
oh no,
And press
it's like the
quit.
Joker in
There's
Batman.
no other way to beat this game.
No.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true
Yes.
choice. Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
They tricked us. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So I have no idea of
When Stanley came to
that
a
one
set of
room, so we
two
go
open
here
doors,
now.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Yeah.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we don't. We go here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Do not lie. If you are lying right now, stop. Okay. No. Warning, do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift 1000. Penalty for jumping off the cargo lift 5000. No, we don't want a penalty of 5000 then, huh? That's the only way, right?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time.
Where are we going?
There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
For her? Oh.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh. A door with darkness.
Jeshabu says, the other narrator?
That's
that could
Stanley.
be.
You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Okay, we have to pick it up.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you?
On.
I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Can I go there? Okay, wait. I was
sorry.
Okay.
But you're in my story now.
Sorry, yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, my lovely wife.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Uh-oh.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Please press any button. No. La 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 la. I'm not going to push it. How long can that take? Shall I push it? We can turn with it. Whee!
Jeshabu says, the don't push the button stream. Jeshabu says, 12 hours.
Maybe something is happening. I'm probably too late. I shouldn't have pushed the button at the first encounter. Oh, they kind of spoiled it, huh? Okay, come on.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
TV? Where's the TV? There's no TV.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
To spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again. And again, and again, over and
Jeshabu
over,
says,
wishing beyond
you've never
hope
ate
that it would
documents?
never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Just one more time.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Should I do it or not? To be at work in the morning. If I put it now, the game will restart, huh?
Jeshabu says, don't.
Oh, good, we have a clock there. Oh, I don't know when it started. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. What if there's 1 minute over and nothing happens? Can we push it? 1 minute must be over now. And now definitely over.
Jeshabu says, wonder if they have really long timeouts on this, like 15 minutes or so.
Nah, can't imagine that. 15 minutes? How many ways were left? The exploding room, I think we should be able to solve it somehow. And then another way here. And we could go downstairs. There was another way. I think could at least try going downstairs. What happens there? And try the power facility once more. Oh, that's over 2 minutes now. Game pushes me away. Can't read that. Nah, can't read that. Fifth any no. So after 3 minutes we push the button. Push the button. Dip, 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 dip. There's nothing going to happen. 3 minutes are probably over now. Okay. Oh, okay, I push it.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Then help me. Don't kill me. Please press any button to question nothing.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Don't make the
We're not so
rules.
different, I
You kill me
suppose.
every time.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
I didn't push it. But we restart, I guess, huh? Yep. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There's a coffee machine next room. Or was it here? Beep.
Stanley went around touching. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. I'm not sure there was another way.
When
We
Stanley
tried
came to a set
now.
of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I think there was no other
Perhaps he
way.
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So here they just killed us, right? There was only the black door. I didn't see anything else we could do there.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, but we didn't do this here.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Okay, we only can go left. Okay.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Okay. Sure? Oh. You will close this again, huh?
No, not the right.
It's left?
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Is it left?
clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Yeah, okay.
Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes.
Yes, sir?
I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Okay. The light. So.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top. All of his co-workers were gone.
Okay.
What could it mean?
There's only one way
Stanley
left.
decided to go to the meeting room.
Or we
Perhaps he had
solved
simply missed
the
a
big
memo.
room with the 5 buttons. But I have no idea for that. Oh.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley.
Oh, God.
Let's find the story.
Okay, we can't go through here. We know left and right. Do we know this here? So go. Shall we go here left? Or here right? Maybe left?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find
go
it
here.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Oh no. I wanted to go in there. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
So.
Okay, yep, it's worse.
What?
I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
But it's
Why
close.
don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Okay. Any other room open now? No. There must be something.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
No, this wasn't here before. You rearranged everything.
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Mm-hmm. No, this wasn't here before.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
I won!
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable adventure line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Do I follow the line? Okay. Okay. This wasn't open before.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for
I can't
Just stick with me.
I like the word. Okay.
Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence.
The office is gone.
Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to...
Okay, we follow the line.
I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood. Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
Oh god, what is a fern? I don't know. Fern?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Sure. I studied it. I hope this was fun. Okay, let's go on. Uh-oh.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No, No. Line, you
Right.
do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable,
Jeshabu
right?
Belong
says,
here.
The
did you
story?
count the leaves?
Is any of this ringing a bell?
All? Don't mock me. You can do a screenshot. No, we're going. So, and this door is open now. Whee! No, we're here again.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
But we can't trust the line
You know
again.
what, Stanley?
Okay.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah.
We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which? Okay. So.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you
Or
want
nothing.
our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
What about you telling me how to solve the exploding thingy?
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine. Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here.
Do we really get a
Should walk in
choice?
circles for a minute.
Okay, wait.
Okay.
I do this.
So I know that each door has to lead somewhere.
If both
which means
doors
that
are opening, do we go
somewhere, the place
left or
where we're
right?
trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn
Oh, God.
means that our
I'm getting dizzy.
destination corresponds with the counter-inverted
Jeshabu
reverse
says,
door's
right.
origin. So starting
Right.
from the right, let us ask,
And let's see,
will
if
taking
both
the
are
right
opening, then
door
we go right.
lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Yeah, I hope so. Oh, it's only... Whoa. Wait. Bit dizzy. Okay. The confusion ending. We,
Hold up, what's this?
we found an ending.
The confusion ending. You're telling me
You've been
that's what
playing the
this is?
confusion ending
it's all
for
one giant ending,
17 minutes.
and we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times?
Find the confusion
really
ending
how
here and
all
have to
this
restart the game.
goes?
And to forget about previous.
all
Then,
Determined?
we're not there, huh?
So now, according to the
I
schedule,
want to restart the
restart
game.
again.
Discover the
Then what?
2 doors
Am I
room.
just
Now there's
supposed to
many
forget?
additional doors.
Well, what if
Yeah.
I don't want to forget? My mind
more.
goes blank simply because it's written here on this,
Adventure
this
line.
thing. Wall.
Adventure into unexpected.
Well,
Yeah, find the
who
line
consulted
again.
me?
We did
Why
this.
don't I get to
Find the
decide?
confusion
Why
ending
don't
here,
I
do.
get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting.
Are we on the 5th
I don't want to
restart?
forget what's going on.
Any attempts to
I don't
play
want
the
to be
story,
trapped
but it's
like this.
prevented. Unable to go
I
anywhere.
won't restart the
anything
game. I won't do it. I
Find the
won't
line
do
again.
it. I won't do it. And the timer.
I have no idea. Maybe we are here somewhere.
Does that mean?
Oh, we have 2 doors.
Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
I think we are here, right? Find the confusion
So,
ending schedule.
okay.
Narrator restarts the game. 5th restart.
I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a
After
kind of
restarts, he
story,
doesn't
wouldn't you
know
agree?
anything about it
I'm
again.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey. though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination.
So we have to restart the game 3 times after that.
Now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
Okay. And we have to...
Evis says,
Stanley had
good
never
evening
seen the
Stanley
office
and
this
fellow
brightly
office
lit.
workers.
Was it
Hey,
a
Evis.
sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much.
Then I
that
guess
it
we
was.
have to at least restart it 3 times again, huh? Okay, let's see. It seems he has forgotten everything, huh? He's just explaining everything again. Hey, Evis. He's not telling much. New content? Do we go here? Ah! I have no idea. But there's a line again. And there are the 2 doors again. Okay, come on.
Evis says, you haven't lost your mind yet, so you must not be done. D.
I'm pretty confused, but I find it very funny that after that a restart is supposed to be part of the game.
Oh, new content?
But
What does that mean?
then
New
I can I ever reach an ending that makes sense? I ran into one ending. I put the I pushed the power off button and was through the game. That was a speedrun thingy. Oh. I only can go there, huh? Telephone? Yeah, okay. Then this is an elevator, I guess. Oh no, elevator. Okay. But a thingy. This is a bit easy.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
That was
Well,
too
this
dizzy.
sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Yun or Love 8 says, Heya.
Hey, Olo! Happy birthday!
Is it broken? What's going
Is it
on
broken?
here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh,
Up.
there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've
Whoa.
never been more ready. Let's do it.
Yun or Love 8 says, thank you Zoa accent 20 Baroness.
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if
Mostly
okay.
tedious.
Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Other side. Whee! Okay. This is a big content update, huh? So. Jumps remaining. I can't jump!
All right, let's see.
Can we jump now?
The jump circle?
Press any button to jump. It's not jumping! I can jump! Great content update! We can jump! Can you jump outside? No.
Jeshabu says, now that's content.
Kwon sagt, that sound not like this.
That was worse the new game. So, okay.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Surely
Not
that's
enough?
not all the new
Ah,
content.
come on.
There has to be something else, right?
What can there be else?
Evis says,
Another
first-rate
elevator.
content.
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game
Is it the
are not
other way
positive.
again?
It's just elevators and jumping.
Yeah,
Is this
that's
what
enough.
passes for exciting new content?
Sure.
If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could counter 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more.
I knew it. Other
Very
way.
good. Yes.
That.
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new content.
That's it?
Oh.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements,
says,
and it's hard
"Party
to believe
face."
one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore."
That was worth it.
What quality assurance department signed off on
It's
this?
even better than
I'm
jumping.
infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and
What is
hold
Twitter?
them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley.
Game
I
has
built up
aged.
too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to
Re-reset.
get back to what the Stanley Parable is really
So,
about.
first,
No frills.
one.
Jeshabu
No
says,
gimmicks.
wow, aged
Just
poorly
you
in
and
a
me
year.
Having a great time together like always.
We need still 3
What do you
resets.
say,
Come on,
friend?
reset. 1. 2 missing. Okay, we go straight into this here now. Okay. Oh, look. Tempting.
Psst. Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want
Yeah.
to show you something.
Hello. I want to show you something at the vent. What's here? Vent or no vent? The vent is a bit obvious, huh?
Evis says, I'm sure there's no xenomorph in there.
Yeah, but
Jeshabu
that's
says,
too obvious.
I've had bad experiences being lured into vents.
I'm unsure. If the game restarts, do I have the chance again? Until a few restarts ago, I thought I have the chance to encounter anything.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made for you? Well, fine.
Okay,
You're-
okay.
Oh, never mind. You're not a dork.
What does chat think? Surprise in event? Or no surprise? I guess you all want to go in the event, huh?
Jeshabu says, ignore the cool surprise.
Yeah?
Kwon sagt, go in. Kwon sagt,
Wanna get
go
on.
go go ta- day.
Evis says, show us you getting ripped to shreds in the vent.
Yeah, it seems there is no exit, huh? Just a shredder. But if I get killed, we only
Kwon sagt,
need 2 restarts. So 2 are for the vent. 1 is against the vent. Last call. Then whoop, you go into the vent. What is this? Sunset. Okay. I bet I will die. Okay, the ventilator is up there. Did he close the way back? No, it's still open. But I guess no turning back then. Oi! No! Oh, just loading screen, right? It's not restart. It's loading screen. Okay.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it
I
got me
enjoyed the
thinking
jumping.
about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
Yeah.
Just our little secret. Take a look.
Okay, okay. I'm excited. Ooh.
I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want.
Kwon sagt, the voice reminds me of Mr. Voice from Little Miss Fortune. Kwon sagt, the voice reminds me of Mr. Voice from Little Miss Fortune.
Ah, Twitch chat is hanging again for me. Hanging?
Kwon sagt, come on Twitch.
Yeah, my chat is not scrolling again. So, TTS knows what you're saying, but we have to wait for the Twitch chat. Ah! There we are. Wow, good that we have TTS. Can we do something here?
You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
That is The Last of Us. Audience Award. Smile because it happens. $1. Begin the demo. Options quit. Go outside. Don't play for 5 years. Yeah, that was an achievement from the old game. Don't play it for 5 years. Or was it 10? I don't know. Probably then 5. He wouldn't lie to me, would he? Ah.
Je suis dans la memory zone, c'est cela.
Okay.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing.
No.
It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Ah, we came in there. Oh, yeah. Is there something down there? No. Minecraft. Ah, oh, them 2 doors. First of the year. Never the end, and is never the end, is never the end, is never the end, is never the end.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. No. It didn't need new content.
No.
It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I can't. How am I supposed to go in there? Mysterious Room, 2013. Can I jump again? Can I jump? No. I can't jump. Is this open now? Help! I came this way, so we don't go back, I guess.
Evis says, maybe you can draw a jump circle. Jeshabu says, you ran out of jumps, remember.
To have it all over again?
But I couldn't only jump inside the circle. Outside it didn't work. Draw a jump circle. I don't see anything to... What if I go back here? Do you close it or no? Maybe we can... This is open. Ah! This is open now.
Wait. Hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here?
Nothing. Oh, what is that? That looks funny in that set. Okay, let's go! Ah, okay, now I can see. Steam reviews! Okay.
Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Uh-oh. Ah. Uh-oh. Not recommended.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is
One sagt, this looks like Gary's mod.
With his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Funny? I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Oh yeah, more bad reviews. Not recommended.
Evis says, it should. Both use Valve assets.
I can't read that. This is recommended now. Not recommended. Why the idea?
Okay, let's see what this one says.
Okay.
While the idea of the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Alternative endings.
This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well...
Jeshabu says, I found the first review
https://steamcommunity.com/id/blazinglarvista/recommended/2219110/. That was probably one of those.
Like a failure.
Yes.
Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
For somebody who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast, as it is neither a revelation nor very interesting. It is thought-provoking only in the first minutes. It's unusual, but it's not bad. It's funny. No, wait, that's not funny now. The game is funny. Oh, here? So, no. Can I go back up? Uh-oh.
What's this one?
Not recommended. Cookie
You
9.
have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have.
Oh! Only in Ultra Deluxe. Or maybe in the next Deluxe version.
And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant drilling starts to bore you with just the push of a button, you'll have zipped right past it. It's what the players have been asking for, and I'm very proud to have delivered. No more listening to me rambling on and on and on. No. The Stanley Parable is a game for the people. And if the people want silence, then by goodness, that's what they're going to get. Well, don't sit around waiting for me to shut up. Go ahead and make me shut up. Here, we'll pretend that I've just begun an interminable monologue, and it goes something like this. The story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until 245. That the logic of elimination working backwards, the deduction therefore becomes impossible to manufacture. It went on for nearly 10,000 years, until just yesterday, here and there, forward and back, and never a moment before lunchtime. It can't be. It's the only thing there is. How many billions left until so much more than forever ago? Which is why I say... the story, and the choices, or what have you, and therefore, by becoming it is, so on and so forth, until inevitably, we all until the end of time, at which time everything all at once, so, now you see, blah, 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 blah. We've eaten too much, and it can't be just yet, no, until 245.
What? What's that supposed to happen?
You're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations. Not that, of course, you need a description of it, but if I had to describe it, I'd say it was perhaps less of a rumination and more of a treatise.
Again?
Or maybe a manifesto. Look, I'll outline... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a
and the power of the button turns the room upside down.
Right at your fingertips to go poof, and it's all over. Oh, I can't wait to see what Cookie 9 will say about this, and whether they'll edit the rating of their Steam review, or at least change some of the wording, perhaps. To be honest, I don't even know if one can change their review in the first place. I guess I should become better educated on exactly how Steam works. Perhaps that would have been the smart thing to check on before I went about this whole exercise of making the skip button. Although I have to imagine that after seeing this exciting new technology at work, surely whoever it is runs Steam will instantly run out and implement a new feature to make it possible to edit one's review, merely because of this very situation. Yes, I think that's quite likely. Or perhaps they'll simply grant this particular user the ability to change their review, so that the feature is not widely abused. Look, I would even be okay with Steam altering this particular review so that it reads as something more beneficial. Something along the lines of, this game is the best...
Come on.
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was well, I want to say maybe 30,
Door's
45
gone.
minutes. It's not unendurable by
We
any
have
means,
another
but it's-
door now.
well, there's really only so much I can ramble on to myself about. I know, it's shocking, isn't it? But at any rate, I do suggest that we not press the button again.
Yeah, I have
think
to.
the skip button has been aptly demonstrated, and we can say goodbye to it and just... Wait, how do we get out of here?
Yeah.
Where did the door go? Wasn't there a door that led into this room? I do feel quite certain that there was one here before. How else would we have gotten into the room in the first place? I don't think one can enter a room without a door of some sort, or a window or something like that. Do you see a window anywhere? A porthole? A sufficiently large crack in the wall? I'll take any of these. All I want is for us to move on and to please step away from the skip button to go anywhere other than the
I guess
skip
we have to
button.
press the
There was
skip
a door
button.
here before, wasn't there? I swear there was. Where did it go? Can you maybe just ram your way through a wall? Is there any possibility that you could, say, slam your body into the wall until enough damage is done for you to be able to leave? Please, I'll take... Stanley! Stanley!
Nope,
Please
no
don't
door.
push the button again. It's been 12 hours.
And you still haven't
You've
found
just
a
been
door?
frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Stanley, the door is gone. It's
Yeah.
completely gone. I've looked at it from every angle. I've checked every one of those walls 1,000 times, and there's no door, Stanley. There's no door. There's just you and the button, and if you keep pressing it, I have no idea what will happen. I have no idea how long I'll be made to sit here, and more than anything else, I don't know how to stop you from pressing the button again. I can't control anything in this room.
Jeshabu
Stanley. I can't
says,
touch
do you
and
eventually
I
skip
have to
hundreds of
believe
years so the
I
wall
have to
decays
know
away?
that sooner or later, no matter how much I
Okay,
plead with
we
you,
can do.
you're going to press the button again. Why would you? I've been thinking and thinking, and I
was
I don't
over
know
an
what I
hour
can do
now?
to convince you otherwise. Oh my God. And it's all because of those reviews. Those
But it
reviews
irritates
I
me
couldn't
that
get
the
out of
game
my
is
head. I just
turning
couldn't
upside
ignore the
down. I
negative
close my eyes.
feedback. Oh, Stanley. You're
Oh,
back.
it's dark.
You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week.
A week?
2 weeks.
2 weeks?
I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been.
Plant is dead.
Me talking and you saying nothing.
Yeah, okay, maybe.
Would you think that it's exactly the same as always?
We jump
Doesn't that feel
weeks
like
and
what
years
we've
now.
already been doing? Me just talking.
Okay.
But it isn't, Stanley. It
Jeshabu says, Stanley is a great listener.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time. I stopped keeping track after a year.
Okay.
Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only the turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing
There's
at
still
all but
nothing.
regret for the longest time, Stanley. Days, months. I lost it all in a blur of the deepest longing to
Okay.
undo the past.
We do it
And
again.
when that feeling had begun to subside,
He's gone. Narrator? Uh-oh.
Evis says, maybe he died. Jeshabu says, of old age.
He can't die. He's a computer narrator.
Mugawara says, was about to say the same XT.
Okay, let's press another time. Fire alarm. It's only in the game, right? Just checking. The clock is on. Clock is not working anymore. Wah. Nothing. Okay. You press it again. After a few years, the batteries.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a...
Nothing?
The end is never the end, 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 is never the end.
He went crazy.
Is never the end, 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 is never the end.
Jeshabu says, you broke him.
There is something, huh? Is it decaying then? That water. If we skip more, will we drown in this room? And then maybe restart. We need still 2 restarts, I think, huh? Yeah, it's decaying. But do we have a way out now? Not yet. Okay. We have light!
Jeshabu says, the outside walls are fine though.
But we still can't get outside, huh? Can we jump to the ladder? No. From the other side. Caution. Not a step. Okay, we skip again. Oh. But still we're trapped. Okay. Once more? No! Oh, it's oh. Are we jumping that far that the world is dying? Hello? Oh, that looks... Ugh. That looks a bit odd in
says,
VR.
maybe it's Portal 2 time now.
I don't know why, but this is a bit dizzy here. Yeah, world is dying. But we're out. I can't press it again, huh? It's gone. It's gone.
Evis says, oh no, you killed all the raccoons.
No!
Jeshabu says, thanks a lot Cookie 9.
Yeah, it's not me that wanted the skip button. Ah. But I guess we will die now. And then one more reset. Okay, it's a desert, right? So we decide for one direction and go. Hey! God, that was not nice, turning the world upside down again for me. Okay. Only one restart. And then...
Stanley knew the office layout like the back of his hand. It was only a matter of time before he found the others, wherever they were. Just a matter of time.
Yeah, just a matter of time. Is it open? Oh. Let me go here. It's hinting very strongly we should see more new content. I'm convinced.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
Tiny. Okay. I hope the other customers have asked for something better than a skip
Stanley,
button.
I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah. You're kidding.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
Testing two printers at the same time.
Fans have truly been asking for.
Investor showcase. Okay.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
Yeah.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Just the two of us? We can make it if we try. Just the two. Hello.
Jeshabu says, Will Smith was here.
New content is out. New content. Part 2 is in. Old and busted. New hotness. Cool red section of the chart. I'm convinced. More TSP, better TSP. Win-win. Sequential mindshare. Brick and mortar approach. Envelope client gen. Eccentric marketing. The color red. Leverage holistic value. Logo ideas, huh? Thanks for attending my meeting. 5 logos and then thanks. Can we start this? No. No? Okay. Just the two of us.
Now, to be clear,
So-
I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Every pause button. This way to the show floor, valued investors. Okay. New features, new content. Oh, there's a bus. Expo Hall 2. Okay, no way
Here
back.
we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Office decorations, the Stanley Parable reassurance bucket, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. I'm interested in the button.
For the Stanley Parable
No.
2, I asked myself, what do
I
players
can't go
really
back?
want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button, which speaks the name of the person playing
Too
the
big,
game.
too small, just
Isn't
right.
that wonderful?
Try it here. What does it say though? It can't know my name, huh?
Jim.
What?
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever
Sure.
name that is. Here, let's have you roleplay as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply become a person named Jim. I want you to imagine yourself living as Jim, sleeping and waking as Jim, falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim, seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim, and as Jim watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel it deeply? Are you really, truly Jim right now?
Absolutely.
If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Yeah.
Ed says, "Hey Jim,
Hey.
what did you do with Zoa?"
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again. Jim. Ooh. It hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm
Absolutely.
too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much, Jim. I'm putting
Open
the Jim
again.
button away. Otherwise, soon you'll start to lose all sense of who you actually are.
Please, no screenshot.
I suppose I could allow
We go-
only
we
people
go
named
there
Jim to play
later.
the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
A jump circle, infinite hole. Jump circle. Oh, infinite hole. So many doors. Office decoration, infinite holes, reassurance bucket. Okay. Reassurance
A
bucket.
common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution.
Can I have the bucket now? Ah.
Try.
Jeshabu says, narrator has really lost sight of the goal of killing you.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well?
But I have a
think that
bucket
just
now.
holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more
Hello.
await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Let's go, Bucket.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award.
So,
if it
the
is.
infinite
Okay, I'll be
hole.
honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Get well someday and happy 12th birthday, Stepneys. Okay, we take this one.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Ja. Ja. Come on, Bucket, we go.
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No.
Forget it.
I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Free, new and easy achievement. Where's the infinite hole? The jump circle? We know the jump circle.
You know what? Let's bring the jump circle back for Stanley Parable 2 as well.
Yeah, I have no jump
wait.
left.
You already spent all your jumps the first time we saw the jump circle.
That is probably the achievement, jumping
I
there.
suppose it can just be a nice decorative piece then.
Free achievement. Get yours right now. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. No more step. Get a free achievement. Pull the lever, receive your new achievement. Pull the lever. Where's the lever?
Now here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the achievement will be given to you. It's as simple as that.
Oh.
Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
At least I have my bucket.
What else?
Do I get
What
ever
other
rid of
exhibits
it?
haven't we seen yet?
Free achievement we have. Infinite hole. And collectibles. Infinite hole. Do I fall down the infinite hole?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never
Maybe
been
we
done
should
before
go
in a
there as
video game.
last.
This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
We go there as last. Maybe that will restart the game. Let's have a look at the free collectible. Oh, there's an exit time. Collectibles. What is up here? Collect them all. But there's also something. I can't decide. And there's an exit. Where are the collectibles? I don't see them here. Just this? Or is the collectibles in here? Okay. Let's see.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Okay. Can't go back. Let's go forward. Let's collect my Stanley. Come on. Ugh. Come on. 1 of 6. Can you find them all? Probably not, huh?
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
So. Then first the infinite hole. And then the exit. But if I can fall down the infinite hole, I will. And we don't see the exit. Okay, let's see. Can I fall down? Can I fall down? Bucket. Oh, I can.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
Okay. Alright, hold on.
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top.
Because it's not infinite, huh?
Sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
No. You're lying, it's not infinite.
Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite?
No.
Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a...
Ha!
Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants
But there's
to
nothing
fall
down here.
infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
That is sad.
Things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
Didn't I do this?
Great.
Ouch.
Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the sequel.
Okay. Mostly infinite hole now. Okay, then it's the exit button and that's everything here. Doom, 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 doom. We were here, huh? Yeah. Yes. So, it's the exit then.
Kwon sagt, that big guy does not have a happy look on his face, Gremlin eyes.
It's me. It's Stanley. Why shouldn't he not be happy?
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
Yeah.
Ready to move on now?
Yeah. Can we reset one more time?
Jeshabu says, why should Stanley be sad?
Geokum sagt, Stanley got a VR-Version?
Hey Gio.
Oh.
No, it's a VR
Kwon
mod. Hey
sagt,
Gio.
I have no idea why he looks like a geschlagener Hund lul.
Evis says, no raccoon section in Stanley Parable 2.
Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new
Jeshabu
features
says,
together,
at Evis
and we'll
Unplayable.
see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2.
Ah, damn, why did I run here? Okay, let's go back. Jumps? I have more jumps.
I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of...
Oh, I can't go down.
Fine. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
Much better.
Who am I kidding, Stanley?
Can I go down?
This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it.
And call it Ultra Deluxe?
With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Whoa! This is the last reset we needed, huh? Oh, yeah, begin the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
I'm not sure if this is the
Employee
same
number
one.
427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Aww.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley.
What could that
Something
be?
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions,
But we have the new balloons.
call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Yay, new balloons! That should have been the last reset, huh? So,
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Maybe
to
to
go
his
to the
birthday
meeting room.
Stepnies,
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
my bucket! Shall we take the bucket? Yeah, we take the bucket.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Okay.
Stanley pressed the bucket upon every little thing in the office. Nothing responded to the bucket's touch, but it did little to discourage Stanley's belief in the magic of the bucket.
Okay. The new content is gone. But we're playing the Stanley Parable 2 now. Uh-oh.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Okay. Yeah, okay, we go to the left.
Still no one was here.
Mm-hmm.
Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers.
Room closet is open again.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't
No.
you? The aura of jealousy. It's as clear as day. This broom closet believes it deserves the bucket.
You can't have my
I
bucket.
can really feel it now. It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom closet. That's what the broom closet is trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in. Don't hand over the bucket. I know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now, but you have to be strong. This is your bucket. This is your companion and lifelong friend.
Oh.
You can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name-calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk, that it has to resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket? Stanley, I never liked this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends? That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal and meaningless that you'd feel the same sort of kinship towards
you can't
any
have my
inanimate
bucket.
object which happened to lay in your path in an even partially enticing manner? Well, I never. Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments. Expand on the wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Why should it be different this time? 2845?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for the soothing. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Bucket is like guiding me. Yes, yes, yes. Ah!
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Okay.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him, reassuring that in this darkest moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley.
But I will die again, huh?
Everything will be fine. Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
But I don't know the solution.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves.
Jeshabu says, why would you die? You have the bucket so everything will be fine.
Yeah, but I will explode in that
Everyone
room.
in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket
And I
had
still
never
don't
seen
know
anything like
if it's
this,
possible
and it
to
very nearly
escape.
burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
I'm not sure it behaves differently
Was
this
the bucket
time.
under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket.
No.
He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control, never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket. But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began
Evis
to
says,
sink in,
the companion
Stanley
bucket will save
decided
you
that
one.
This machinery would never again exert its terrible power
You think
over
so?
another human life.
I never
For he
escaped
and
this
the
room.
bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay, Bucket, what are we going to do?
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the
Mugiwara
bucket
says,
knew it
I'm
was
so
their
confused about what I'm
obligation
listening to
put an
now,
end to this
XD.
horrible place and to everything
Kwon
it stood
sagt,
for.
put it on a truck, D.
We will die again. On.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself?
Bucket, you
How
betrayed
could
me.
the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was
No.
prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen. Birds. Silly, silly birds. The control buttons became active again.
Which button? Hey, Dr. Oculus, where
Zabat
can we...
says, Dr. Oculus rendered streaming Lego Bricktails and is rating with 6
Lego.
viewers. Give
Oh.
much love and a follow on twitch.tv/Dr. Oculus for less than
Thanks for
3.
the raid.
Also here
Welcome
are
in
50
Raiders.
raccoons for your pack. Rack Attack.
Kwon sagt, welchen in Redes?
We are playing the
Rokulus
Stanley
versagt,
Parable.
Rokul 1 Red, Rokul 1 Red, Rokul 1 Fest, Rokul 1 Fest, Rokul 1 Red, Rokul 1 Red.
And we have a bucket now. And two silly bird buttons. And I'm not sure
Eternal Ramen
what we
says,
should
raid.
Hey, Eternal. I would say chat. Left, silly bird, or right, silly bird? I have no idea. Bucket? Bucket says nothing. So, I will drink a bit and chat can decide left or right button. I have no idea. I have no idea. Yeah.
Jeshibu says, left silly bird, clearly.
Clearly, yeah.
Evis says, we have raiders to choose smile.
You mean Dr. Oculus should decide? All of them, and we can blame the raiders. That's a good idea. Born to data, tracking them all. Live birds. I am trash
Kwon
man.
sagt, make it the opposite of whatever it Yeshibu says lul. Droculus versagt, left it looks like a bird of prey.
Okay, we have two choices. Two choices. Two for left. We go for left if nothing else comes up.
Jeshibu says, at Quan Hey.
The Has the bucket to trade me? I don't know. Left. Here we go.
Stanley flipped through one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all.
What then,
it was a
silly
facility
bird?
for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions. Had the bucket known this all along? Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery. Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in this place, flipping through live streams of the silliest birds imaginable.
G2G have fun,
Of all the possible paths his life could have taken, this one
Alright, thanks for the
was
raid.
surely
Have fun.
the best.
Bye bye, Dr. Oculus.
And Stanley was happy.
Is this the end?
Kwon sagt, birds are viscous.
Let's try. We have 20 minutes. Let's try one more.
Wait, Stanley thought to
Kwon
himself.
sagt, except
Am I
penguins,
sure that the
they are
orders
adorable.
stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. No, the orders were still missing.
Yeah.
For now.
I should
Blatsk
have that
says,
changed.
yay, reassurance bucket.
No, my bucket is gone now. I lost it. Hey, but. So, last time, I guess. Figurine Finance Committee meeting today. The bucket.
Blatsk says, oh hi, kissing
and
face.
A wave of comfort rushed
Kissing bucket.
over him.
So.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
But we did that last time. Shall we really go left again? Okay, come on. Oh, look, the meeting room. House. Where is it? Do I get my collectible? Beware the false prophet. Come on. Where's my Stanley? Trust the completionist instinct. Why wouldn't they just tell us something will happen in this investigation, this room? They feel pointless, to be honest. Thank you. Good luck. No collectible in this room? Huh? No? Okay. You can't have my bucket. Okay. Oh.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
But what if I... Can we go up again? But it's the same up again. Okay, one last time up. This is open. Oh no! Business strategy. Poor thing. Hola, we have an elevator. Up or down? Up? No! We started here. You just do the music until I press again, huh? And then you open up. And we're back here. Fake elevator! Okay. Ah!
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Okay. Come open up.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, but Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck.
Wow, that was luck.
The bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
But does he really want me to go in the mine facility again? What do we say, bucket? Yes? Okay.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Maybe we die now.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. The monitors jumped to life, and Stanley nearly dropped the bucket in shock. Everyone in the office was being videotaped, monitored like guinea pigs. The bucket had never seen anything like this, and it very nearly burst into tears as Stanley cradled it gently, reassuring it that everything would be fine.
All will be good, bucket.
Was the bucket under the mind control facility's influence as well? Had the bucket been told to do things it didn't wish to do? What kinds of things does a bucket want to do or not want to do in the first place? These questions raced furiously in Stanley's feeble mind. No! He screamed into the bucket. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control. Never! He squeezed the bucket tighter. His one friend in the entire world. At this point, he could trust no one except for the bucket.
Until he betrays me again. You're already here.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery
Bucket wouldn't betray
would
you
never again
twice.
exert its terrible power over
Will I ever
another
get
human
out?
life.
Will I ever know
For
what's
he
behind
and
that
the
door?
bucket would dismantle the controls for good. Two best friends, Stanley and the bucket, up against the world. They high-fived in a really cool way, and the bucket made a sassy comment about taking down the system.
Okay.
When at last they came to the source of the room's power, Stanley and the bucket knew it was their obligation to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
You do on.
But at the last second, the bucket jumped in and pressed the button to turn on the controls. Stanley gasped in horror. Had this been the bucket's plan all along? To take over the machine and claim the power for itself? How could the bucket have betrayed him like this? Stanley was prepared to throw the bucket away in disgust when suddenly an image appeared upon the enormous screen.
What again?
Birds. Silly, silly birds. the control buttons became active again.
So we should have gone
Stanley
a
flipped
different
through
way.
one video of silly birds after another, and then it dawned on him. This wasn't a mind control facility at all. It was a facility for monitoring and surveilling silly birds all over the world. The mind controls were only a facade to disguise its true intentions.
Jeshabu says, this is the good ending.
Stanley marveled at the metal genius in his hands, the one who had pointed him towards this incredible discovery.
Hey, schade.
Stanley and the bucket never found freedom because they spent the rest of their lives here in
Shada
this
says,
place,
D-man
flipping
too
through
high,
live
D-man
streams
too
of
high.
the silliest birds imaginable. Of
10
all
minutes.
the possible paths his life could have taken,
Should we try once
this
again?
one was surely the best.
Going downstairs?
And Stanley was happy.
Shada says, Holotion.
Oh. It's different.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
Welcome to the whiteboard ending.
There is essence of endings too, Stanley. Why would you assume that is the good one?
There is the whiteboard ending. What is here? Nothing.
Stanley went
Nothing.
around touching every little thing in the office.
Ist noch jemanden zumute nach einer kleinen Schelmerei?
All seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced
And here are the two doors. I go to the whiteboard ending. It's a trap. Huh? I activated dog mode. We leave it activated. And this time,
Jeshabu
left
says,
it downstairs?
gotta go. Have a good night.
Stanley
Okay.
clutched the bucket tightly to his
Okay.
chest and entered the door on his left.
I try to go downstairs. No collectible.
Oh, Stanley.
No.
Can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Yeah, it's
You
my
can feel
bucket.
that? Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to
No,
the
we
boss's
walk downstairs. And get the
office.
Stanley.
I'm going back to the name of these little
4 of
Stanley
6.
figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1?
Dreamer says, hi
I'm
all.
sure it
Hey,
will
Dreamer.
come to me.
Ah! But this is probably
One sagt,
the last.
Dreamer.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
If we're not
Might be
dying
fine for
instantly,
that.
then
And
this
in
is
such
the
a
last
competitive economy,
run.
why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Exit.
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. He looked down at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy?
Am I crazy,
He asked
bucket?
the bucket? The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these.
We were
He
here.
held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with
Where's the
someone
bucket on the
else's
floor
bucket?
now?
This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come from this. Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it?
Why am I
must
floating?
find it. Far off in the distance now, he
Bucket!
heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me! The bucket!
I'm coming.
Could it truly be?
Shit.
He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket
Which is
after
my
the
bucket?
next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley! Find me!
He had to find the bucket. He had to return to his old friend. It was the only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from.
My head?
The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Hello!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Okay, sure.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
Okay. I guess we leave it then here. So, and then we change the Audica now. So, then, what be right back scene and then Audica.